So when you look up at the sky, what do you really see? You'd probably see these peaceful, totally weightless puffs of cotton just floating by, right? Well, turns out that's not quite right. It's a bit of an illusion because those fluffy shapes, they're hiding a secret that weighs over 1,000,000 kilograms. And today, we're going to dig into that hidden weight. All right, first up, let's talk about what I'm calling the fluffy illusion. This is that idea we all kind of grow up with, right? The belief about clouds that just feels so obvious, so natural. It's just part of how we see the world. Yeah, this is it. This is the core belief, isn't it? Clouds are super light and fluffy. And look, it makes total sense. I mean, you watch them just drift so effortlessly up there, and your brain just kind of goes, yep, nothing to them. Practically weightless, no substance at all. We even have this perfect little image for them, right? Cotton candy floating in the sky. It's a super charming idea, It's what we tell kids, it's what we see in cartoons. But here's the thing. That charming, fluffy illusion, it's hiding something pretty staggering. And that brings us right to our next part. A heavy truth. Okay, so it's time to kind of shatter that illusion. Because what science tells us about clouds and what our eyes are telling us, well, let's just say they're two very different things. So let's just stop and ask the big question. But what if that's completely wrong? What if that whole picture we have in our heads, the fluff, the weightlessness, the cotton candy, is just not the reality? What if the truth is something way, way heavier? Take a look at this number, 1 million plus. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 1 million. What in the world does a number that huge have to do with something we think of as basically nothing? What could this possibly be? That's the weight. Yep, you heard me. Over 1,000,000 kilograms. That's the average weight of a single one of those puffy white cumulus clouds you see on a nice sunny day. To put that into perspective for you, that's more than a whole herd of elephants. So the obvious question is, how in the world does something that heavy float? Well, it's pretty amazing, actually. All that weight is spread out across billions and billions of teeny tiny water droplets over a huge area. And each of those little droplets is so light that they're just held up by the rising air currents pushing up from below. And once you know that, it just changes everything, doesn't it? It gives us this completely new and frankly, way more awesome way to look at the sky. So, welcome to our last section, flying water mountains. This slide just sums it up perfectly. On one side, you've got the belief. Cute, fluffy cotton candy. Totally harmless. But then you look at the reality. Flying water mountains. It's just so much more epic, right? We're literally looking at mountains of water hanging out in the sky. And I absolutely love this quote because it just nails it. You are basically watching flying water mountains pretending to be cute. So seriously, the next time you're outside and you look up, just remember that. You're not just seeing a bit of weather. You are witnessing entire mountains of water, just disguised as something cute and fluffy. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If something we see every single day, something as common as a cloud, can hide a secret this massive, what other everyday wonders are we missing, What other incredible truths are just hiding there, right in plain sight, just waiting for us to look a little closer?